Women in the Eastern Corridor. You know, the Eastern Corridor is a male-dominated area where we have more men taking decisions, more men leading processes, and women are at the back. If you walk into a home here in the Eastern Corridor, what you will most likely find is the woman and the girl, if they have a child, you know, doing the things like sweeping, cooking, you know, washing dishes, going to fetch water. And you have the man doing things like going to the farm, for instance, sitting outside and having chats with friends, playing games with friends, you know. And the woman, after doing all those things in the house, still has to go to the farm to support the husband. And so she has little time for leisure and little time to take care of herself and her needs. All she thinks about is her family. Women continuously are depressed. You know, they have no voice. They have no control over things that they want to do. They cannot take decisions about a lot of things that concern them. The man decides what to do with the money, when to spend it. The woman has no business with the money. Gender is very important in achieving, you know, fostering's objective. You need to get women involved. Women need to benefit from the project as much as men. Women need to be able to take decisions. Women need time to take care of themselves. And for food security, you know, fostering's major or bigger aim is to have food security in the Eastern Corridor. Women are involved in a lot of the agricultural process, from preparing the land to harvesting, but they have very little control over it, and yet they are the caretakers of the family. Here, women pay children's school fees, and yet they have no jobs, they have no businesses. And so it is common to find that children are underperforming because they don't have the resources. They don't have books, they don't have the materials that they need to learn. And that is because the woman cannot afford it. We are doing several things. We have, for instance, there's the gender model family. The gender model family is a whole process. You need to sensitize people, let them see already the gap or the inequality that exists. There are a lot of activities that we will do with these families, so that we are not the people telling them what the inequality is, but after doing those activities, they see the inequality that exists between men and women. And then they take the decision to support the women with whatever activity they can do comfortably, you know. So after going through these trainings, I believe that the men are willing to support the women in ways that they can. For instance, she may have difficulty leaving the children in the evening and going for her class. But once the man is sensitive, is a gender-sensitive person, you know, he takes up that role to take care of the children instead of going to play games or have chats or a drink with his friends. He stays at home to take care of the children whilst his wife goes to learn. Also, we have the literacy classes for women. This is something new. Before fostering started, we did a little survey to find out why we had fewer women in leadership roles in both the farmer cooperatives and the credit unions. And it was interesting to find out that in, for instance, the farmer cooperatives, they have between 5 and 7 leadership. You have just 1 or 2 women in there, and you have a lot of women in the group. So we just couldn't understand why. And the responses that came up is, I can't read, I don't know what is in the book, you know. So we thought that maybe a little support in terms of getting them to read and write and do little arithmetic, you know, could help them take up these positions. It gives them confidence. It helps them to grow self-confidence, you know, so they can approach issues. They can talk. They can stand up in public and talk, you know. So a woman who graduates from this whole process should be able to take up a leadership position. For instance, being the chair of the zonal cooperative, or being the chair of the farmer cooperative. It's not going to be a day's job or a day's journey. It's going to take time, but I am hopeful that a lot of women are going to be supported. A lot of women are going to be happier at the end of fostering, because by then men wouldn't feel bad or feel helping women. They wouldn't see anything wrong with it, because sweeping the yard would not take anything from the man. It will only earn him more respect from his wife.